Okay, so welcome everyone to today's class. Today we want to talk about angles, plane geometry, and we've done angle. We've been doing angles for some time now. So today what we want to look at is basically, if not advanced form, complicated diagrams that involves us to do some form of angles, which is the same as plane geometry. Okay, so without wasting time, we are going to start. But before we start, we have I think only 5 people, if I'm not wrong, um, online. So what we want to do is to give more people the opportunity to. Okay, we have about 10. Okay, so we want to give more people the opportunity to join us. If you are joining us and you are not in Richard School, please uh, stay tuned and do subscribe because we do more of this tutorials on Tuesdays and Fridays. But now I've decided to do tutorials on math every day, and it might not really be tailored to junior high school, but maybe high school, SHS, and all that. Okay, so we will be starting. If you have any issues, all you can do is to send me a chat in the comment section. I'll be monitoring that whilst we continue. So I think now we have about 10 uh, and only 7 likes. I think you should have more likes anyway. So without wasting time, our very first example, I couldn't get a diagram for all this, so I'll be drawing most of them on the board. Okay, I'll be drawing most of them on the board. Okay, so yeah, I just checked with my phone if my voice, you guys can hear me loud and clear. Once I can hear myself from my phone, it basically means that you can also hear me. So we can start. Okay, so yeah, people are trying to sign in or join us or register, if I should say. So the very first one, sorry, I have a bit of technical challenge. I'm not able. Okay, okay. So as I said today, number plane. Did I say number plane? Sorry, plane geometry. Okay, I just changed my PC, so you find me trying to fix some one or two things. So if there's any issue, just kindly uh, inform me so that I can quickly solve those issues out. Okay, so yeah, basically that is it. Let's take our very first question of very first example. So example one. If you're not okay with the marker, you can actually tell me, so I change it. I think my preferred choice is the yellow marker. You can also tell me your preferred choice of marker via the chat section. Guajom is joining us for the first time. That's good news. So I'm going to draw the diagram. What I advise is that if you have a notebook by you, do not hesitate to also draw. Okay, do not hesitate to also draw. Now, before the class ends, I'm going to paste the link of the new assignment for today in the description below. Once I paste that, it means that you have the go ahead to do the assignments. Please, the assignment less than, I'm not going to go beyond 48 hours. Okay, I'm not going to go beyond 48 hours. You need to submit it before 48 hours. So, and then for those who are not here, they would have to be here because what we are going to do is going to go deeper. It's those horrible diagrams you see in Akiola that you've been thinking, hey, how will I be able to do this? That's actually what you are going to be concentrating on today. Okay, so the first few examples will be easy for you, but the later examples I think will be an issue. That is why I advise that you join the class. This is very, very important. Even though this video will be made available later by YouTube, it's also still important that we join class. Okay, so our very first example, this is what is on the board, and they are saying that we should find P. Okay, so we should find angle P. Now, finding angle P becomes easy, okay, if we have angles in the triangle, because P, okay, is in the triangle. Okay, so P is in the triangle. Now we all know what plane geometry is and some of the rules of plane geometry. Some of them are vertically opposite, corresponding, co-interior, alternating, supplementary angles, complementary angles, and all that. Okay, but when we look at this closely, we realize that we'll need this angle. So I'll name that angle B, and then we'll need this angle. I'll name it what, A. But when we look at it closely and we want to apply one of the rules, we can apply the rule which is called vertically opposite, where we say that when the thing creates an X and this place is M and this place is P, P and M should be what? Equal. Okay, so that's one of the principles we can actually apply using this. So it basically means that A is going to be equal to 60 and then B is going to be equal to 72. Now if we establish this, then it means that we can pull those angles to replace the A and B, and then once we have that, we have two angles in a triangle, and then we have to find the third one. We know that the total angle in a triangle is equal to what? 180 degrees. So we can do our simple calculation to find the value of P. So let me do that quickly. Let me do that quickly by just so solution. Someone is complaining that he or she can't see. I don't know why he can't see. Anyway, okay, so solution basically means that please, if you can't see, I think it's your resolution, so change your resolution to the highest one so that you can have a good view. Okay, change your resolution to the highest one so that you can have a good view. How do you change your resolution? Tap on the video, you see these three dots at the top right corner of the video. Click on it, click on that, and then you see when you click on it, a pop-up appears saying quality. You click on quality and then you choose 480p. 480p currently is on auto, so auto will just reduce the quality of the video for you. So quickly do that and then you'll be good to go. Okay, awesome. I think Roku has solved that. So let's move on. So as I was saying, that now we are going to apply the rule that I've stated here, vertically opposite. Once we apply that rule, we should be able to get the value of A and the value of B. So to solve that, I'll just simply say A is equal to 60 degrees and then B is equal to 72 degrees. Okay, once I've established that, then I can go ahead and say A plus B plus P should give me 180 degrees. Why? Because A plus B plus P are angles in the triangle, and then the sum of angles in the triangle should be equal to what? 180 degrees. Now we know A, we know B, so we just have to substitute their values. So 60 degrees, 72 degrees, and then we have what? P equals what? 180 degrees. To do this calculation, all we have to do is to find the sum of this, and then doing that, this will give us 132 degrees, which is equal to 180 degrees. Now we have this to be 180 degrees, and then because we want to solve it to find P, this becomes a linear equation. So the 132 degrees will go to the other side, and then when we do our subtraction, we should have our answer to be 48 degrees. So P is actually 48 degrees per our calculation. P is actually 48 degrees. Oreko, can you reduce the posting of the answers before I finish so that I don't distract others? Okay, we are here to learn. So if you have the answer, kindly reserve it so that others can learn. Thank you. So basically, yes, we have the answer to be 48 degrees. Now we want to move to the next example. Today I don't want us to spend too much time, even though we are doing about 8 of this and most of them are complicated, but I still want us to finish on time. So we're going to move to the next blackboard, and then we are going to take example we're going to take example. We're going to take example 2. Okay, so now we're example 2. So now we're example 2. What we are going to do is basically to solve another question. Okay, and that example explains this. So we have 108 degrees on this side, and then we have kill degrees, and then we have 120 degrees. So when you look at it closely, you might think it's similar to the previous example we did. Okay, you might think it's similar to the previous example we did, but with this one we are not going to use the principle of vertically opposite to solve this. Okay, we are going to use a different principle, which is called supplementary angles. And then supplementary angles are basically angles on a straight line. Okay, so sometimes it's called angle on a straight line. Supplementary angles sometimes are called angles on a straight line. So let me explain that. If I have this now, to draw a circle, I only get a semicircle on a straight line. When a line cuts through that semicircle, it will create two different angles for me. Those two different angles are called supplementary angles because they add up to give us what? 180 degrees. Okay? They add up to give us 180 degrees. But there's also another one called complementary angles. And complementary angles is basically for 90 degrees. So angles that sum up to give you 90 degrees in a particular given angle is called supplementary angles. Okay? It's called supplementary angles. So basically we have supplementary angles and then complementary angles. We have supplementary angles and complementary angles. We can't use vertically opposite for this one. If we are going to use vertically opposite for this one, then it means that our angle should be here. Our angles should be here. Okay? And then if you want to use vertically opposite for this, the 120 is not going to apply to the angle inside the triangle, but it's going to come outside here. So we can't use vertically opposite. The same applies to this. The angle, if you are going to use vertically opposite rule for it, is going to drop down to this side. Okay, now once we've established that, all we need to do is to go ahead and say, okay, we have to name the angles we don't know to make it easy for us. Okay, so once we've named that, we can go ahead and do our solution. Our solution, the first one, will have a plus what? 120 equals 180 degrees. And then we have the second one to be b plus what? 108 equals 180 degrees. When we do our calculation, we should get a being equal to 60. I'll leave the workings for that, okay, because I don't want to go deep into it. Someone is saying I should use a brighter marker color. Yes, I've changed that, I think. Let me know if it's still not okay, but you know, I can't really be changing color markers every time. So 60 degrees being A, and then B being what? 72 degrees. Okay, so now we've established that when we do angles on a straight line or supplementary angles, which is this, we should have the supplementary angle, and then that should give us the A and then the B, which are the angles inside. Now these two angles inside are going to help us find Q. Okay, these two angles inside are going to help us find Q. Okay, so basically once you've established that, all you need to do is to quickly fix in the values with Q. But before that, we need to write an equation. So the equation will be A plus what? B plus what? Q equals what? 180 degrees. How come? Because the total or the sum of angles in A triangle should be equal to 180 degrees. Okay, so now that we know A, we are just going to replace. So we are just solving it like the first one. Okay, we shouldn't have an issue. I think we should even get the same answer at the end of the day, but the rules are different. The rules we are using are different, and then the solving or the calculation becomes the same. Okay, so once we've done that, then it means that we can go ahead and do this. Will give us 132 plus Q, and this will give us 180 degrees. Q will be equal to 180 minus what? 132, and then when we solve, we'll get 48 degrees. And then so our answer for Q is 48 degrees, even though the principle we used, or the rule we used, is different. Because if I go to the first one, you realize that one we had to use vertically opposite, but this one we are using supplementary angles. And then coincidentally, the numbers actually resulted in us getting the same 48 degrees. That doesn't mean that you can interchange the steps or the methods of solving these various ones. So one good thing about angles is that you don't have to be so tailored to one particular rule. It depends on the diagram, and it depends on the angle they are saying you should find. Okay, awesome. So that is it for example 2. We are going to move to example 3. Now with example 3, what we want to do is to draw this beautiful diagram. It might look a bit simple, but yes, it's actually simple. You can do it. Please, whilst you are watching, we have about almost 30 students watching, but I have only 10 likes on my video. I think it's not fair. That's not a good way to say thank you to your teacher for putting in efforts to reach you. So please hit that like button. If you are watching me and you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. So we move to example 3. And then we have some haters out there that after my video I see dislikes on it, but I don't mind. If they think what I'm doing is not going to be appreciated, I don't mind. That's their own cup of tea. God will judge them at their right time. So we have 104. Okay, 104. Let me write it well. So 104 is here, and we have B being here. Okay, and then we have 82 here, and then we have 52 here. Now they are saying that we should find the value of what? B. So find angle B. Okay, find angle B. Now with angle B, well, look at this closely. You can see that it's a triangle, so we're going to use that to our advantage. Now when you look at it carefully and it is a triangle, it seems that there's a missing part to this triangle. All the angles in them, 2 angles in the triangle have been labeled except for one. Okay, so when I trace the whole triangle, this angle needs to be labeled. Okay, so we'll just put a label there, and then these 2 angles that have been labeled will help us find those the A. Okay, that angle is going to help us find A, and then the good thing is that once we find A, we should be able to find B. Okay, because there's this small angle in that big there's this small triangle in that big triangle. So let's concentrate on finding A. So our solution for this is going to be A plus 82 plus what? 52 equal 180 degrees. So let's put the degrees there so that we don't forget what we are doing. Okay, so Ivan Quentin, it's been a long time. I hope you are doing well. So once we have this, we can go ahead and do our calculations. 82 plus 52, what do you think will be the answer? Is it 134? 134. Okay, so we'll bring our A, then we'll bring our equal sign, and then 82. Let's bring our degrees. Once we have that, we have 82 degrees minus what? 134. Okay, and then A. Good. So once we have that, please don't be forgetting the degrees because it's very important. This shows that you are solving plain geometry question, it's very very important to be bringing the A. Please, if you have any issues with my voice, kindly let me know so that I can adjust the mic. Some people have been complaining that they are not able to hear me, so I've upgraded my mic, and then it should be better now. It should be better. So basically, yes, once we have that, let's do the subtraction. What do you think will be the answer? 180 minus 184. What do you think will be the answer? Quickly in the chat section, kindly post the answer. So what do you think will be the answer in the chat section quickly? Sorry, I'm trying to plug my phone. Okay, it's plugged. So what do you think will be the answer? So for me, I think the answer is going to be 46 degrees. Okay, so once we have the answer being 46 degrees, we can quickly go ahead and then my phone is off, so I can't see the chat sections. I'm trying to make sure it comes on as soon as possible so that I can see what you are saying and then see the complaints. Once we establish that this A is 46 degrees, then it basically means that this triangle, if I should draw this small triangle on this side of the board, it means that this is what, 46 degrees. This is 104, and then this is what, B. So we can easily use this to find B. Okay, so to establish that, it becomes 46 plus what, 104 plus B should be equal to 180 degrees. Again, we are saying 180 degrees because the sum of angles in a triangle should always be equal to 180 degrees, and then the sum of angles in a quadrilateral should always be equal to 360 degrees. Later, maybe on Friday, we'll be looking at what, plane geometry involving quadrilaterals. Okay, so that's also very extensive, so it's very important for you to be or join the class. Okay, I don't think you should miss the class, because being in the class whilst I teach live is way Okay, so I think I've solved the issue now. So what will happen is that kindly stay tuned. The silent part. Awesome. So it's working now. So please try and contact your friends so that they can come back on. I don't know what happened to my. It's not my internet anyway. I'm using this graphics. No, sorry, wireless card, and it keeps going on and off. So it went off. So try and contact your friends on Telegram and inform them that we are back. Please, we are now getting into the details of the video, so please don't go away. Okay, it's very very important. Do not go away, because if you go away, the details of the ones that are going to stress you when you are doing the assignment are at the latter part of it. So do not go away, stay tuned. It was just a technical hitch. I don't know what went wrong. I think it's because I plugged my phone into the system unit, so the USB overrid the USB for the network. Okay, so now we have only 14 students watching, which I believe we could do better, so just inform them that we are back on now. Okay, so Basically now it's 18, we were 30 something. Please tell them to come back. It's very, very important. Just quickly go to Telegram and inform them that we are back. Okay, inform them that we are back. Anyway, I understand because this live stream pulls a lot of data. Okay, it pulls, I think one live stream should be about 2 gig or something. That's if I stay within 1 hour. Okay, Rodney, close the YouTube app and then reopen it again, because it is working. I can actually hear myself. Okay, so basically that's the feedback from my phone. It is working. I can hear myself. Now my phone is on, so if I need to check if things are working well, I can just use my phone. Okay, so basically we will continue, and as I was saying, we have two different triangles in this. Now once you label the triangles A and B, okay, we can use the principle of vertically opposite to solve this. Okay, so we are using the principle of vertically opposite to solve this, and then once we use the principle of vertically opposite to solve this, we should be good to go. Okay, so using that principle, it means that A is going to be equal to B. How do we find B? Okay, we can only find B by basically adding 62 and 70. Okay, so sorry the interactions, because I'm trying to still charge my phone so I can stay connected to you people. Okay, so yeah, I think we are 20 now. Please try and inform them. I don't want to go and leave anyone behind, so inform them till we get to about 25, then the live teaching will start. Please inform them that we are back. Okay, please inform them that we are back. Very good. Ivan Quentin, thank you for staying tuned. Rodney is still saying it is not working. Okay, so I think it has reduced to 18 now. I don't know why. So let's start so that we don't waste each other's time and I don't waste the internet bundle I have. So the solution is that now let's go and find A. This is taken to be one full triangle. So A plus what? 62 plus 70. I'm panting. Should we go to 180 degrees because we are solving the triangle. Okay, one side of the triangle. So I can name this triangle A1 and I can name this one A2. Okay, so that we will get the understanding. So once we've done that, we can just quickly go ahead and do our addition. So doing our addition, we'll have one that should give us 132 again. Interesting, we are using a lot of 132s today. So 132 plus A equal 180 degrees. Okay, 132 plus A should be equal to 180 degrees. Then we are going to find A by subtracting 132 from 180 degrees. Whatever it is, let me clean that. Sorry about that, guys. I'm new to this whole using desktop thing, so once I plugged my phone, it's over. I think it interrupted the wireless connection and then the whole thing went off. So when we do the subtraction, A is going to be 48. Okay, is it 48? Yes, 48. Once we've established that A is 48, then we are going to quickly go ahead to find B. Okay, B is the same as what? A, because of what? The principle called vertically opposite. Okay, so it means that now we can concentrate on the second part of this solution, which is going to help us find X. So the second part, basically we have X plus what? B plus what? 48 being equal to 180. Why do I have this? I have this because on this part of this diagram we have a cute triangle, and this cute triangle, basically we have 48 and X and what? B. Okay, now this 48 X and B basically is going to help us to find the value of what? X. Now we've established that what? A and B are the same because of the principle of vertically opposite. So we can go ahead and then do our calculations for that. So wherever we see B, we are going to replace it with 48. So we have 48 plus 48. Who knows the answer to that? 48 plus 48 should give you 90 something. Who knows the answer? The first person to type. So we have what? 180 minus what? 96. Sorry, I said it. So 96, and then we have X. So I'm going to move to this side of the board because I don't want to write in the bar down there. So I'm going to move to that side of the board, and then we'll solve that. So we'll do some form of subtraction, and with that subtraction we should get 84. So 84 degrees. So it basically means that X will be what? 84 degrees. So we found what? X. Remember, your assignments, which I'm going to post right before the video ends in the description below, that assignment is virtually the same diagram, but the numbers are actually different, and then maybe they are turned in a different way. So if you master this video, you shouldn't have an issue getting everything correct. The last assignment I gave, some people decided to not to watch the video, and actually someone scored as low as what? 0. And I know that person has never been to any of my live class. I've never watched any of the videos. But one thing you students should know is that these videos that we are doing, the assignments we are giving to you, you don't know what will happen. They might even decide that, okay, Trinity term, government, let's fast forward, use cumulative assessment for Trinity term, and let's just jump straight to Form 3. And then you'll be found wanting. And you know me, integrity, I'll never change marks for anyone. Okay, the only time I'll change marks for anyone will be when maybe I have made a mistake with the solution or typing error or anything. But once you get 0, I'm going to put 0 there. Okay, so please, let's pay attention to that and then do the right thing. So this is basically the solution for example 4. Now we're going to quickly move to example 5. Okay, this is where the manpower, heavy duty, heavy lifting happens. So we're going to move to example 5. Now with example 5, we're going to use this beautiful diagram, and it's a diagram of a triangle. You'll see most of this diagram when we start doing topics like enlargement and similarities. Please forgive me, my drawing is not that straight. I think I would have to clean it and draw again. Enlargement and similarities. That's when you see this kind of diagram. When I'm done drawing, you know what I'm talking about. So for those doing the Skype class, they've done enlargement and similarities, so they understand what I'm talking about. So we have this, and then we have something like this, which is another triangle in a triangle, and then there's a marking here, here, and then here. Okay, and then we have only one side labeled with 90 degrees here. So this side is 60 degrees. Okay, this side is 60 degrees. As I said, forgive me, this is my first time using the desktop. It feels funny with a graphical tablet, so writing might not be too clear or straight or legible for you. Forgive me for that. I'll just master. If I was using my laptop by now, we should be making some form of headway, but my laptop is getting some heavy toll. The softwares are actually disturbing my laptop, so I have to find alternatives to it. So now let's quickly, they are saying that we should find t. Look at where t is. Oh, someone will say that if we have to find t, then it will be 60 plus 90 plus t plus an angle here. What is that angle? You don't know that angle, so you can use yes, this is basically four-sided if you are just highlighting this side. So it becomes what? Quadrilateral, which we are supposed to use 360 for, but we can't use 360 for this because we don't know the side of it. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to build from the known to the unknown. Now when we look at this closely, we can say that this is a full triangle. So I'm going to do some highlights on it. This is a full triangle, okay? And then that full triangle, this side is 90 degrees, this side is 60 degrees, but we don't know this side, which is the tip of it. So we just have to find this tip. That's the beginning. So we are going to find this tip. So finding this tip means that 60 plus 90 plus, let's label this side. We'll label it as x, okay? So let's go to the solution. That's the first thing you need to do. You label, and then you find an unknown in order to get what they said you should find. Okay, so solution basically is going to be 90 plus 60 plus x equals 180 degrees. Okay, so with this 180 degrees, what it means is that we are going to go ahead to solve this, and this is going to give us 150. Okay, that is going to give us 150 degrees. Now once we have that to be 150 degrees, what we can do quickly is to find x. Okay, so finding x, this would be, let me finish that quickly. Some of these things I should be leaving it for you to do. It's sad that we are not in a classroom, and if I say you should type, people will take years and ages to type. Please inform your friends to come back. Okay, please inform your friends to come back, and then once they come, they can get access to all that we are doing, because I'm not going to answer any questions after the class. You'll be left with your assignment and then the video that YouTube will upload later. So quickly, we'll just do the subtraction and we'll get 30 degrees. Now since this diagram is not so clear, I'm going to redraw it on the right hand side again so that we can use that for our calculation. I always get the tip funny. Okay, so this is better. So basically this is how the diagram looks like. It's not drawn to scale anyway, so no one should judge. So this 60 degrees, this is 90, and then this is the angle they are saying we should find. Now we've been able to establish that this place is equal to 30 degrees. Now there's a principle in angles that says that when you have two stripes on different sides of the angle, it means that those two particular sides are equal, so this will make it an isosceles triangle. So when you look at it closely, this depicts what is inside. And then when you look from bottom up, you see that this one also has what, two stripes. Okay, now the two stripes means that two sides are equal, and then it also means that two angles are equal. To find the two angles that are equal, it basically means that you need to what, trace the line that is moving away from the intersection. Okay, the line that is moving away from the intersection. So it means that this side and this side are equal. The same principle will apply, that this side and this side will be equal, because this is the intersection of those two lines that are crossing to create that. So this line, this one will be equal to this. So if this is 30 degrees, this will also be what, 30 degrees. Now once we've established that ideology, we can confidently go ahead and look for this angle, because for all you know, this triangle we have here is just a triangle that is standing on its own. So once we've been able to use this stripe isosceles principle to establish that this angle being 30 is equal to the angle here, so this one is also 30, then we can easily find this angle. So I'm going to label this angle y. Okay, so finding y will be y plus 30 plus what, 30 equals what, 180 degrees. Okay, if you don't understand it at this stage, all you have to do is to watch the video over and over and over again. Okay, it's very, very important to watch the video over and over again. As I explained, when you have two stripes, it means that what, two sides are equal, and those triangles are called isosceles triangle. Now isosceles triangle should, once the two sides are equal, they should have two angles in them that are equal. How do we identify the angles in them? The line that the stripe is on, you realize that they are moving away from each other. So walk on that part and you see an angle down there. Walk on that part and you see an angle down there. So it basically means that this angle and this angle are equal. This is the same principle we are applying here. There were two stripes here. When you look at this closely, look, there's a stripe here, there's a stripe here, and this is a triangle on its own. Okay, this stripe tells you that this line is equal to this line. So if this line is equal to this line, then it basically means that the angle here should be equal to the angle here. Okay, so it's the same principle we've applied, and then we just labeled the top part of it as how do you call it, the top part of it as y. Okay, so once we've established that the top part of it is y, then we'll have y plus 60 equals 180 degrees. Okay, so having that 180 degrees, we are going to subtract 60 y, and then y will be equal to 120 degrees. So yes, y is 120. I can see a lot of people saying as y 120. Yes, y is 120. Now that we've established that y is 120, we can easily find this side. Sorry, the diagram looks a bit messy. So maybe what I'll do is that I'll redraw. So we all know that this is how it looks like. So we've established that this one is what, 30. Let me use this one, 30. This is also what, 30. And this is what, 120. Okay, so we can easily find the side of the triangle. So this side, well, all we need to do is to subtract the 180 from what, there. We will subtract the 120 from 180. So doing that, it becomes 180 minus 120, which is going to give us 60 degrees. So this side is what, 60 degrees. Okay, please, all those things you should do the calculation nicely. Okay, so you can actually decide to label this side as P. Okay, so you say that P plus 120 equals what, 180 degrees. So P will be equal to what, 180 degrees minus what, sorry, minus 60. Sorry, what am I saying? I'm writing the answer in place of that. That's some way. So 120, which will give you 60. So this becomes 60 degrees. This desktop is not working for me at all. Okay, so this will give us 120. Why is it writing like funny like that? So let's, yes, this is 120 degrees. Okay, so having that, basically this gives us 120 degrees. So it means this P here is 120 degrees. Now we are going to pick this triangle out. This triangle that I've highlighted, we're going to pick it out. So picking it out here, remember it also has stripes. So 1, 1, okay, and we established that this place is 60 degrees. And remember I told you when it has two stripes on each side, making it what, equal, and then the angle, you just have to trace the line the stripes are on. Those lines, the part that they move away from each other, should be, Romain, you are now joining us, so I think that is the reason why. So it means that this one will also be 60 degrees. Okay, once you've established that this is also 60 degrees, you don't have to even bother about finding what, T, because if I look at this triangle, 60 60, it means that this place is 60, right? And then this is where they say you should find T. So can't you guess the value for T? What do you think will be the value for T? You just have to do T plus 60 equals what, 180 degrees, because it's a supplementary angle. And then okay, yeah, I think Romain, they are trying to sort you out. Because it's a supplementary angle, then all we need to do is what, to subtract, and then we'll get how do you call it, 120 degrees. So T is equal to what, 120 degrees. So Romain, you can see anyone, Elom, Credit, Ivan, Quentin, Banamani, Banaman, Ureku. You can chat them later. They are going to help you out, or you can decide to watch the video over and over again. I think maybe she's just joining us, and then you can also see Rebecca, and then maybe the fact that she just joined us and she's seeing this horrible diagrams everywhere, and that's how come she's confused. So you see any of your colleagues who joined us from the beginning, and then they'll sort you out. Okay, so this is example 5. We have 3 more to go, and then please don't go away because the 3 more are killer diagrams. Okay, so we want to settle them. I think comparing the 3 with this example 5, the example 5 will be the softest of it. Okay, so quickly let's move to example 6. So example 6, we have this diagram. I'm wondering how I'm going to draw this diagram nicely because it looks some way. Okay, so we have this diagram, and then we have, okay, and then we have these markings again. Okay, once you see these markings, you should be able to quickly identify which angles in that particular triangle are equal. It's very, very important. And then they are saying that this angle here is equal to 100 degrees. Okay, now they are saying we should find T. They're saying we should find T, but there's a preamble attached to this diagram, and I'm going to write the preamble down. Okay, they are saying that determine, let me not use a lot of grammar, let me just say find. Okay, find T. So find T if, let me label them quickly, sorry, A, C, B, and this place is D. Okay, if line A, oh come on, really, what is this? The whole thing is gone. Okay, it's back. This desktop is just getting on my nerves. Okay, so it's divides angle DAC in a ratio. So we are going to apply ratio 1:3, and AB, line AB is equal to line DB. That has even been given to us in the diagram by putting the stripes there. So that last preamble is not really necessary, but some books would write that. Then maybe you're a bit color blind when it comes to yellow, so I'll help you by changing the color to maybe blue, and let's see if it will work for you. Okay, let's see if it will work for you. So this is basically the question. This is 100 degrees. Okay, please let's take note of that. That's 100 degrees. We have T, and then we have this 2 stripes on this line. So it means that this triangle, let me use the labeling, triangle ABD will be an isosceles triangle because it has 2 sides what? Equal. Okay, it will be an isosceles triangle because it has 2 sides what? Equal, which means that there will be 2 angles in this particular triangle that are going to be equal. Okay, so let's identify those. That will be this one and this one. I've already explained how you identify those angles. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to name this place Y, and I'm going to name this place okay, I'll not put any label here. I'll not put any label here yet. Okay, but they are equal. Now this place is Y. Now they are saying that if AB, line AB, this is line AB. Okay, this is line AB. If line AB divides triangle DAC AC. So this big triangle, that's the full triangle, it divides it in the ratio of this. Now look at the division. It means that this one will be the 1 for the ratio and this one will be for the 3. So this is the ratio. So if this place is y, this place is going to be 3y. Okay, so this is y and this place is 3y. You can use any variable at all, but we are going to use the ratio to help us understand this. Okay, so quickly, y and 3y. Okay, Bediako, let me know if the blue marker is okay for you. I'm here to set, so let me know if the blue marker is okay for you. So y and 3y. Okay, this place is also y. Okay, because of the stripes, this y will be equal to this y. By using the ratio, this will be what? 1, and this one is what? 3, because the question says that the line AB, which is this AB, divides the whole thing into a ratio of what? 1 is to 3, 1 is to 3, 1 is to 3. So if this place is y, this will be 3y, basically. Are we okay? Now that we've established that, we are going to go ahead and find a major part of the triangle, and that major part basically is to find y. Okay, so when you look at 100 plus 3y plus y should be supplementary angles. Okay, 100 plus 3y plus y, they should all be supplementary angles. Okay, now supplementary angles, so we can go ahead and do some form of solution. What am I writing? So we should go ahead and do some form of solution. Who has had break? What is this? This desktop. Oh crap. No. See, it can't even go off. Anyway, let me just ignore it. So we can go ahead and do some form of solution. Now doing that solution, all we need to do is to state that 100, look, it's coming back. Interesting. 100 plus 3y plus y should equal to what? 180 degrees, because supplementary angles will add up to give us 180 degrees. Okay? Awesome. I've changed to red, so let me know about that one also. So once we've established this, we can easily go ahead and find y, because this will give us 4y and then this will give us 100. Okay, so we do our subtraction quickly. So 4y minus 180 minus 100, and that will give us what? 80. We have 4y. We divide both sides by 4. Okay, please let me know if the video goes off so that I can quickly check on it. Y equals 4 go here 1, 4 go here 2, so 20. So y will be what? 20. So once we've established that this is 20, let me redraw this whole diagram, because what is on the thing looks very horrible. What kind of drawing is this? No. Anyway, we'll manage. So I'm trying to redraw so that I can fix in the value we found, so that we can then build it from where we left off. Okay, so we'll have this. This thing is coming back again. This is so interesting. Is it the tip of the thing? So we had 100 over here, and then this line was here. This place was t. They said we should find t. So this place was y, and y is what? 20. This place was 3y. So it means in order to find this place, it's going to be 3 times 20, which will give us what? 60. Okay, and then because of the stripes that were here, this place will be what? 20 also. Okay, so just pay attention. The target is to find this angle. Once we find this angle and we know this angle, we'll be able to easily find t. So now we should be able to find this angle quickly. How do we find this angle quickly? Since we know this is 20 plus 20, let's label this one as what? M. Okay, so in order to find m, it will be what? M plus 20 plus what? 20 equals 180. Why 180? Because this is a triangle. And how did we get a 20? Please rewind the video and you know how we got the 20. Okay, so quickly, once we've established that, all we need to do is to quickly find m. So this would be m. Okay, let me clean that subtraction. I don't know why today I'm struggling with the graphical tablet. Interesting. So once we've established that this will give us 180 minus 40, and then we have m. M will be equal to 140. Okay, so once we've established that m is equal to 140, let's write it there. Then we can actually do supplementary angles for m. If this place is 140, then it means that this place will be 40 degrees. Okay, once we've established that that place is 40 degrees, then we can quickly separate that part of the triangle. This place is what, 40, this place is 60, and this place is t. Okay, so in order to solve this, all we need to do is to sum all this up and then find t. So t plus what, 60 plus 40 equals what, 180 degrees. Remember, sum of angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. Okay, so once I told you that when you have the answer, please so that you don't distract people, this will give us 100. Bannerman and Oreku, stop that competition now. Okay, so then we'll do a subtraction. This will be 100. Okay, so this will give us 80 degrees. This is 100. This graphical tablet, this desktop is not for me. I'm a laptop person. I know it now. Let me know if you're a laptop person. So t is what, 80 as Bannerman and Oreku said. Okay, t is 80 as Bannerman and Oreku said. So that is awesome. That is example 6. We have 2 more to go. Please stay tuned. We have 2 more to go. The 2 more, if you don't join me and then I go over and over again and watch the video later, you'll be in trouble. Okay, so please just stay tuned. Those who are going on and off, I have a reason to understand that maybe it's your internet, but if it is your own will, then please advise yourself. So we are going to example 7, and then don't worry, I'll master this graphical stuff very soon, so the writings will be superb. So this is the diagram. I know my line is not that straight. Wow, this is a very crooked line. So we have some arrowheads that's going to inform us. We have some arrowheads. Okay, this place is x. That's what they said we should find. We have another arrowhead going this way. We have one coming down this way. What is this? And then we have one going this way. I'm going to label. So this side, the tip of this will be S, T, and this will be U, and then this will be R, Q, and then this will be P. So they are saying that find x degrees. Okay, so find x degrees. So this is what they said we should find. Now when we look at it closely, the arrowheads should help us do all this. Once you see arrowheads, you should be happy. It basically means that when you have an arrowhead, you can extend the line. So this arrowhead is coming this way. Okay, it is coming this way, so we can extend the line. Okay, this arrowhead is coming this way, so it means we can extend the line. This one is also coming this way. It was coming from a particular direction, so we can extend the line. This one is also coming this way. It was coming from a particular direction, so we can extend it. So look at what is happening. This one can also be extended. So with the arrowheads, when you get a funny looking diagram, all you need to do, once it has arrowheads, all you need to do is to be extending the lines. So we extended this line, and then when you extend this one also, you realize that you are getting something that you are always happy to get when you are solving angles, which is the process of saying, how do you call it? alternating angles, vertically opposite angles, blah blah blah. But this side is actually 48. Got to write it there. So this is 48. Now they are saying we should find the value of x. Okay, so the angle being this way is going to be a bit difficult for us to solve. So once we've established how it looks like, we can quickly draw it so that we can see it better. So this is typically how it's going to look like. This is where the x is. I've just turned it. Okay, I've just turned it this way. It's turned this way. Okay, so basically that is how it is going to look like when you flip it in that direction. And then this is where the 48 is. Okay, so if I have to label, it means that this is where S is, this is where T is, this is where R is. Where's Q? Q should be somewhere here. And then where is P? I don't know. Okay, this is actually, let's forget about the labeling. Okay, let's forget about the labeling. The labeling is not important now, because once you've been able to extend the lines and you've established the way it looks, we should be able to find our x. And then in order to do so, finding our x, we have 48. Okay, 48. Which principle do you think will help us find this side? So let me label A, B, C, D, F, Q. We might not even using all of the labels. Okay, so the first thing is that we are going to look at how to get close to this. And then once we look at that, there are so many ways. We don't even have to stress ourselves. Okay, if we are able to get the value of this, we should be able to get the value of this angle. And this angle, which is question mark, should be the same as the angle here. And they are called what? Corresponding angles. This one too, we are using what? The method corresponding angles to what? Solve it. So 48 will be equal to A. So that will be what? A will be equal to 48. If it is subjective, you state that because they are what? Corresponding angles. Okay? Because they are corresponding angles. Now, once we have that 48 degrees, A being 48 degrees, we can use the principle of supplementary angles. So this is actually a supplementary angle. Remember A, we found out that A is what? 48 degrees by using what? Corresponding angles. So supplementary angles, so it means question mark plus, I'm using question mark, you can use any variable anyway, don't use question mark, use any, but you can use anything. So question mark plus 48 degrees equals 180 because of supplementary angles. So 180 minus 48. So question mark. So question mark should be equal to 132 degrees. Okay. So if question mark is equal to 132 degrees, and then using corresponding angles, because we are saying corresponding angles because this question mark angle is on top of a line, and then when you come down here, x is also on top of a line. This question mark angle is at the left hand side of this particular line, and then x is also at the left hand side of that particular line. So we can use the principle of corresponding. So question mark equals what? X, and if question mark equals x, then it basically means x is equal to 132 degrees. So you found 132 degrees. Please, if you don't understand this, you have to watch the video over and over again. But this particular thing was done in class, I think, in Form 1 and last term also. So please, if you don't understand it, just have to go over the video over and over again, and then the understanding will come. Let me write this nicely, and then we'll move to our very last example. And then once we move to our very last example, all you need to do is to wait, and then I'll paste the link to the assignments. Please just do the assignments now so that you'll be free. Do the assignments now so that you'll be free. You know, math is not a subject that when you do some part of it and you go back and you can actually grasp what you were doing previously. So do one part and then do all at once and be free. Okay, you have 2 days anyway to turn in the assignment. So once we've established that we know the value of x, and then that is it, let's move to the next example. And then please, I think 8 subscribers away from 500, or I think I am 10 subscribers away from 500. I know people watching me, I'm not actually subscribed to the channel, and it is not fair. You are not being fair to me, because a lot of money and a lot of things went in to bring this video to you. You could see my video is a bit different from others, so please, the best thank you can give me is to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and also give a thumbs up. This is our last example. I think it should be example 8. Okay, so example 8, we have the diagram looking like this. Please don't be scared. Okay, and then it goes down this way, and then it comes all the way up, and then it goes this way. So we have this arrowhead, and then we have this arrowhead. The arrowheads are actually important. This side is named as P, this side is named as what? T. Okay, and then we have Y. So they are saying we should find Y, and then they are saying that this side is 96 degrees. Okay, and this side is 130 degrees. Okay, so having this, remember what I told you. Once you have an arrowhead, you shouldn't be bothered. All you need to do is to extend the arrowheads. Okay, all you need to do is to extend the arrowheads, and then yes, Amwa is late. I'm wondering why. So you extend the arrowheads, and then so guys, Amwa's dad sent me credit, because I need a lot of credit to be doing this. So he sent me credit, I think 2 days ago or something. So try and say thank you to him for me. Amwa, go and tell daddy that I said thank you for the bundle. It was actually an internet bundle. This is to help do the Kahoot and all the online lessons, because I consume a lot of data. So the arrowhead is basically helping us to extend the line. If the arrowhead is facing this way, it means the line came from somewhere, so you can extend it. If the arrowhead is facing this way, it means that the line came from this place, so you can also extend it. So once you've done all that, realize that the diagram has changed a bit. Okay, once it has changed, we can go ahead and use the principle of vertically opposite corresponding blah 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 blah. So let's see. So look at this. This angle is here. It will be the same as the angle here, right? It will be the same as the angle here. Okay, let me name that angle as what? M. So we can say M is equal to what? 130, because they are vertically what? Opposite. Okay, because they are vertically. Hey, did I say vertically opposite? Sorry, because they are corresponding angles. I don't know why people are saying sorry. That's what is distracting me. Because they are what? Corresponding. So once this is also 130, so we can write 130 degrees here. We can then find this side. The goal is to fill this. So I can put Y here, and I can put P here. The goal is to fill this side so that we can use that to find Y. Okay. One thirty degrees is beside the T, Rebecca. 130 degrees is beside the T. This is 130 degrees. Okay. I'm writing a word. Sorry, my graphical tablet is misbehaving. So 130. So now that we've done this, we can see that M plus X should give us what? 180 degrees. And then we already know M, which is 130 degrees. So plus what? X. X is equal to 180 minus what? 130 degrees. We'll do a subtraction to get 50. So X is equal to 50. So once X is equal to 50, now it is up to us to find P. So still using supplementary angles. What is beside P? The angle, that's 96. So this angle here is what? 96, and this is P. So P, to find P, to be P plus what? 96, okay, being equal to 180 degrees because of supplementary angles. Okay, so once we've established that, it means P will be equal to 180 minus what? 96 degrees. and that should give us P being equal to 84. I hope it's 84. Yeah, it's 84. So P is 84. Now quickly we can come this way and draw that angle. So this is what, 84 degrees, and then this is 50 degrees, and this is y. So y plus what, 84 degrees plus what, 50 degrees equals what, 180 degrees, because the sum of angles in a triangle should be equal to what, 180 degrees. So once we add this, this should give us what do you think will be the answer? I've not eaten, so I can't really think straight. So that particular side should give us, let me do it without using brain power. So this will give us 4. So 134 plus y equals 180 degrees. Okay. So 180 degrees, and then we have y minus what, 134. What do you think will be the answer? 46 degrees. So y is equal to 46 degrees. And voila, that brings us to the end of today's lesson. Thank you for your patience. Please don't worry, things will get better. I'll get used to the desktop before Friday, so we should have a smooth class. Please, as I said, subscribe, because that's the only way you can say thank you to me. Also like the video, because I'm expecting to see more than 30 something likes on this video, because 30 something, almost 40 students joined, and some of them had to go off. Okay, the Skype class is a private class. It's just like private classes, okay, what you people call spare work. So Skype class is not for everyone. It is a paid class. So if you are interested, you contact me, and then we'll talk about the pricing. The good thing about the Skype class is basically that you do new topics. The school said we shouldn't do any new topic. We should just do revision, because that's what the government is saying. So if that's the issue and you want to do new topics and finish the syllabus, you can contact me privately, and then we'll talk about that. So Oreku, Ache, and everyone, please subscribe to the channel. If you not subscribe to the channel, then you are not being fair. So kindly subscribe to the channel, and then like the videos. Yes, so the pin for the Kahoot competition, which is English language, will be released. What time are we doing? We are doing at 7:30, so the pin will be released at 7. Okay, the pin will be released at 7. Michelle, you are late. The pin will be released at 7. Please, everyone should join. Those who join, they are benefiting 30 Ghana cedis credit. Irabna has been getting credits almost every week because of Kahoot. Okay, so please stay tuned. The pin has not been released. Okay, the pin has not been released. Now let me quickly paste the assignment. Let me quickly paste the assignment. Okay, so assignment. Now the assignment should follow suit what we did today. Okay, so you shouldn't have any issue doing the assignment. Okay, you shouldn't have any issue doing the assignment, and the deadline is on the 28th. The deadline is on the 28th. Try as much as possible to submit it before the deadline, because I'll not extend. Okay, I'll not extend. Your parents should not be responsible for you doing the assignments. Please, your parents should not be responsible. Those who are going off, I've not yet pasted the assignment, so please stay tuned. Okay, so you should be able to be responsible enough to get your assignments done. So any parent who calls me to extend the assignment, I won't do it. So because I want you people to be responsible. So the assignment has been pasted, and then my likes are too low, so please ensure you like it and then subscribe. The quiz is English language, so everything English, grammar, nearest in meaning, correct sentences, and all that. Okay, so please prepare well. Please prepare well, and then yes, Nathan Anum, the pin will be made available 7 p.m. today. So 7 p.m. just come back to YouTube, my channel, and then you see the pin. I hope you've downloaded the um, the app, the Kahoot app. So please, someone should help Nathan Anum out to download the Kahoot app. Thank you very much for joining me today. It's been a great day. But before I leave, as usual, I'm going to play some form of music so that we can all enjoy before we go. Okay, so stay tuned and enjoy the music. Yeah, so yeah, basically that is it. Yeah, where's the music? Hey, come on. I can't find the. Okay, so yeah, so so yeah, so basically, please, if you have any issue, you no link. The link is there. Please, there are a lot of. Yeah, I'll try and see if I can post it because I'm using desktop now. I'm trying to see how I can get it from the desktop to a phone, then I can send it. The link, please, is there. So what you can do is to actually refresh YouTube. I think when I end the streaming, you should have access to the link. Any other question? Any other question? Now, Dromo account, please. The Skype class, you've been missing a lot. Please try as much as possible not to miss tomorrow's one. Okay, let's see if we can get some music up in here. So yeah, basically that is it. Please ensure that Oreku, so Oreku, I have an issue with Oreku and Bannerman. Please, when we are doing the thing, do not try to give the answers out. When you do that, you distract each other, or you distract us. The assignment, yes, because I've not ended the class. So once I end the class, I'm going to open it. Okay, so please don't rush. Please don't rush. Okay, once I end the class, I'll open the assignment up. I beg you. Okay, so don't rush. Even though I said you should do it, you let me just open it. Let me just open it now. So yes, I'm trying to open the assignment app. If you have any issue, those who are saying dummy, please stop. Stop now. It's not acceptable. Okay. It's not acceptable. Yeah, so the assignment is open now. So enjoy. The assignment is open now, so you should enjoy it. So yes, Rebecca, I've corrected it. I've corrected it. Try it and let me know. Try it and let me know if it is working now. Okay.
AUX mode.
Oh, they are just basically beats. You know, YouTube, I can't, because of copyright, I can't play just any music. Okay, so I'm just playing their YouTube musics. So class has ended. Thank you very much for joining me. Much appreciated. Let's ensure that we've done our work on and we submit it on time. Okay. The form is working now. So those saying that the form is not working, please ensure that it is working. Okay. Yeah, Joe, that is DJ1. Very funny. Anyway, I'm trying to see if I can use this time to learn how to make beats. So if I do that, then those who are interested, I can teach you as a tutorial. Okay, so pray that I'll get the time to. So Adjoa, the link is in the description. Can someone help Adjoa with it? Can someone also copy it and paste it in the Telegram group? Because since now I'm using the desktop, it will be difficult.
Low battery, please charge.
Oh, really? Why do you want to disgrace me? Please let me know if everyone has the link. Thank you, Bediako. Bye. Bediako. Bye. Oreko. Use your real name. Yeah, so see you at 7 p.m. Kahoot starts at 7:30 today. Please, it's a good opportunity to get credits for the week, to bundle for the week. So try and join. Anyone can win at all. Okay, the last time it was Elom. This week's own, or this past weekend's own, was Maxine. You can also win, so please try and join. Okay, so Jesse, since you have the link, try and paste the link in the Telegram group, and also yeah, I'll pick it from there and send it to your parents so that they can have access to it. Okay, so basically I'm out. The music will be left on. I don't know if you like classical music, so that's the next thing I'm going to play.
You, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear.
I, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear.
That you will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
And I will faithfully execute.
As for English language, it shouldn't be an issue for anyone. So I'm expecting that most of you will join. And then also, please try and come back to the video if you are having any challenges with the assignment. How do they say classic music? It's classic music. Sorry, not classical music. It's classical. Shut up. This is not nice. Those sad piano sort of music. So when I start my beat tutorials, you'll know more about classic music or classical music. Okay. actually saying bye to Oli Ajwa. Hey. So you can actually use this music to start your assignments. Enjoy it. That's awesome, Riku. Oh, just check the description. It's down there. There are a lot of links in the description, but when you check well, you should be able to see it, okay?